Hey everybody! Hello, hello. Welcome to Just Teresa's Book Club. Thank you for being here. This is part 10 today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. If you're not subscribed, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe. Share me out. If you know me, you know I love Will Smith. If you don't know me, you will know after you catch up on this book club, okay? Don't forget that all the readings we've done prior to this one is in a playlist on my channel. Today is my 10th reading in the book. We are making progress. We are learning so much about Will the person, not Will the superstar. We're learning about his life growing up until how he met Jazzy Jeff, how his parents were, how him and his twin brother and sister was. It's just super exciting. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And I still would love your comments about anything that I have read. And if you're going to be here in the live, thank you so much for coming. And to the people that keep coming back every week, I love y'all. Y'all my rock stars. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And I hope that you enjoy the reading. Hey, Jeffrey. And I see Shalisa was here. Shalisa been rocking with me from the beginning. My mod Buddha was in the house. Professor, what's up? You guys, you know, I always have my green screen up with my Will Smith image, with what part of the reading that I'm on. But today, for some reason, every time I turn on my green screen, it goes black on my side, not on the side that you guys are looking at, but my side. And it's really weird. Like it goes completely black. And then as soon as I turn the green screen off, it goes away. So no green screen today with my image, but you know, the image is right here. And here's the book. So you know what it is. This is what we're reading, okay? What's up, Professor? Hey, Akil, what's up? Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you. I think Shalisa was here, so she'll be back. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Yes, I'm having green screen issues. I have never had this happen before. I even thought it was because I didn't upgrade my StreamYard. So I upgraded it and it wasn't that. So I was so pissed. I was like, if I would have knew that, I wouldn't have upgraded, okay? But anyways, you could cancel anytime, so it's not a big deal. But still, I was like, damn it. So what is it? Soon as I turn the green screen off, the black that is showing me on my side goes away. So anyways, we get through it, through the ups and the downs and the valleys, honey, and we are here. So thank y'all so much for coming. I hope you have all thumbed me up and shared me out if you're able to. Thank you. I will be doing a little bit of a recap, and then we're going to jump right into this reading, and then we'll be out of here. We're making progress, too. We're almost halfway through the book, okay? Who knew? Because it just looks like a big book, but when you're reading something good, it goes real fast. It ain't even no big deal, you know? So I hope y'all don't mind that there's no green screen. It's just my bar. See my bar? Boop, 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 boop. It's just me and my bar. And there's nothing on it as decoration because you know we're moving. So we got everything packed up. There's boxes over here. Everything, child. Oh, my goodness. It's a mess. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to put my channel into subscriber mode only to stop these trolls from coming in. Ugh. What you up to, Professor Akil, Jeffrey? What are y'all up to? Jeffrey's angel. What are y'all up to today? Let me know. How's everybody's day been? What you guys been up to? You know, I want to give it a few minutes for people to come in before I start. And then I'll start the recap. Oh, you just chilling, bro? Okay. Yeah, me too. I am too now. I don't even plan on cooking no big meal today. I told my husband it's going to be chicken salad. Okay? Real simple. Chicken salad. I didn't feel like making a roast or a steak or any chicken or a lasagna. I just didn't feel like doing all that. Chicken salad with some rolls and we good, okay? Just waking up. I work later tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, I love cruise videos. Jeffrey's Angel. Do you believe it? I left this in your comment too. I think it was yesterday. I have never been on a cruise. I want to go on a cruise so bad. It just never happens. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, if my spouse ain't interested, then I don't go. If it's the opportunity ain't right, or I don't know what it is. Because no matter what relationship I've ever been in my life, no matter whatever, I've never been on a cruise. So I am determined to get on a cruise. But now, look, it's COVID. So is it even smart to go on a cruise? Like, I just don't know. I guess it just ain't in the cards for me, honey, I guess. Yeah, every month? Whoa. Jeffrey's Angel, you must live in Florida, because my brother lives in Florida. So they don't have to fly to get on the boat. And the cruise itself is like, he said, between $150 and $350. So they go all the time. Is that the case with you? Hey, Selvin. Oh, I didn't see no response. I haven't been seeing anybody's responses. Oh, that's why I've been telling everybody, how come y'all are not responding to my comments? Huh. Or unless I've seen it and I just don't remember. I don't know. Hi, Selvin. I'm doing great. How are you? I retired just to cruise. I live in Alabama. Okay. Damn, so I don't know. Hey, Spiky. Cruising every week. Cruising, well, how much of the cruise is costing you? It must not cost that much. Because that seemed like, listen, though, if you got the affordability to cruise every week, I say, do that, sis. I wish, okay? A little bit tired. I'm at work, night shift, but I'm so tired. Okay, Selvin, well, go ahead and go to sleep, but thank you for coming in and saying hello. Thank you. Oh, I wish I could cruise. I didn't win $780 million on the lottery. My friend did. I didn't. So if I did, I would probably be on a cruise every 3 or 4 months, child. I really probably would. Samantha chat, happy Fridays to you guys. Happy New Year from Selvin Kitchen. Stay safe. Thank you. Thank you so much, Selvin. Another cruise for Valentine's Day for $20 for a balcony room. $20? Jeffrey's Angel, what kind of cruise line are you going on for $20? I'm going to assume this is the wife behind the words Jeffrey's Angel. I'm going to assume. What kind of cruise is it a special? You need to put me down, sis. I ain't never been in no damn cruise. You need to give me the tea. Okay. I have a vlog where I show you how I get it. Okay. No, I cannot go to sleep. I'm working at the moment. Oh, the fortnight to go. Okay. Extra. Okay. Oh, okay, Angel. Oh, I thought that was just a kind of like play on words. Jeffrey's Angel, like I thought you meant like literally like an angel, like, But your name is Angel. Now that's real cute. Hey, Jaden. Yeah, you're going to have to send me the video to my IG, because I think you just started following me on IG. Send it to my IG so I can check it out. I need to learn some tips and tricks on how to go on a cruise for cheap. Maybe that way I can talk my husband into going. What's up, Jaden? How you doing? Thank you all for coming. Please thumbs me up, share me out if you're able to. Jeffrey plays in the casino. It enters you in a players club. You get special deals. Oh, okay. Wait, I know Are you talking about when you have the card and you put it in and you earn the rooms and stuff like that? Now, I know people that they do that. It gives you points and you can stay in a hotel for real cheap and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. Jeffrey and Ed, that's so cute. I love that. Yes, yeah, send it to me. That would be good. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check out some of your cruise videos. You must have a playlist about it. Until I get on a cruise, I'm gonna just keep watching everybody else's life. Just like before I bought my house in Massachusetts, I was watching House Hunters until I was blue in the face. Okay, that's just how I am. And then I sold that house to move here. So I still watch it because I plan on getting another house when we move. He plays around $60 in the casino on the ship. Oh, okay. And then that earns him points, which gives y'all free trips. Because that makes sense to me. I know people have the little chip that gives them free rooms, free food, sometimes free night at the casino, at the I don't know about a cruise though. I don't think I've ever heard nobody say it for the cruise. Hey Shalisa, what's up, boo? What's up? What's up? Thank you for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Shalisa, yesterday I could not for the life of me get that video to load, but I think today it might be there. So I'm going to test it out today if I end up getting super chat. Thank you so much, boo. And I can't use my green screen, Shalisa. Every time I turn the green screen on, because you know I usually have the Will Smith background here. Today, when I was recording videos earlier, I had a green screen on and the screen went black on my side. When I watched the video back, it doesn't show it on that side. So I deleted it and then I recorded it again. It started off regular and then it went black again on my side. So same thing today. I set it up to put my thumbnail up of Will Smith Part 10, went black on my side. I don't know what's going on with my green screen, so I couldn't use it for this video, and it sucks. Thank you. It doesn't take that much. I booked a cruise for us from London to Miami for $3,200 in November. We are bringing the new carnival celebration to the United States. Nice, nice. Woo, 14 days. That is beautiful. I wish. My husband don't like to swim. He don't like being around water. So I think that's part of the reason he don't really be all like, yes, let's go on a cruise. You know what I mean? But it's always been that way for me. So I've never went. I'm going to have to make this happen though. I really am. 14 days. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, y'all. So I waited 13 minutes to see who else comes in. Whoever's here, just thumbs me up, share me out, and we will get started with the recap. Okay, 9 thumbs. Thank y'all very much. Thank you, thank you. Maybe people will come in as we go along. But I always kind of do the recap that I remember. But don't you guys forget to just go to the playlist. It says Will Smith. You can catch up on all the readings that I've done so far. I am your audio reader, so you'll be able to catch up. When I do recaps, it's just stuff that I can remember. You know what I mean? Check my new vlog after this. You do not have to see water unless you want to. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Angel. Sounds good. I will definitely be checking that out, sis. Definitely. All right, so on a recap, don't forget, when I do my readings, you guys, I love you to put comments about what I'm reading. If I say something that you didn't know, leave a comment. It's okay. I'll stop. I'll read the comments. It's an interactive audio reading. And I love that because then people watching the replay will be able to hear me answering to whatever you guys are saying as well. So, you know, it's interactive. As long as it's on this topic, we are good to go. Okay. I do not drop links and I do not have self-promoting in my lives, in my reading. This is not that type of day. So please respect the live. I do drop the link on Friday. That's when on Thursdays, that's when I'll help you grow your channels, not during my Will Smith book club reading. Please and thank you. Thank you, you guys. All right, so just a little recap. Back in part 1, I always like to remind people who don't know the recap that Will Smith had a brother and sister that were twins that are younger than him. I never knew that till I started reading the book. You never see them, you never hear about them. I don't know anything about them until now. So he talks about how his dad was like a thug growing up. He drank, he smoked, he was militant, he was mean, he was abusive. He was abusive to Will's mother. He was abusive to Will and his twin brother and sister. Will said he was so scared of him that he kind of grew up in his life feeling like a coward. Because if you can't even stand up to the person, your dad who's beating on your mom, what kind of a man are you? So he was having a mental struggle with that for many years. So this book is all about him telling his real life, not about Will Smith, the superstar. And that's what I like about this book. You know what I mean? So that was one of the things that his twin brother and sister on this recap, they used to try to stand up to the dad. Although they got smacked across the room, they still stood up to his father. Whereas Will stood in the corner crying, scared. He's the oldest one. So they used to always say to him, how come you ain't the one trying to get him to stop hitting on mom? But Will was paralyzed by fear. You know? Hey, babe. What up? No. What up, KG? You stupid. So the peoples is in the chat. They're in the chat. Yeah, he was. Akil KG said, what up? So, you know, Will, he talked about how he tried to use humor to stop his dad from being angry all the time where he would hit his mother. So Will would tell jokes, he would sing, he would dance, he started learning how to rap. He was doing anything, almost like what you want to call the class clown. You know what I mean? So he talked about that on my little recap. We learned how he met Jazzy Jeff, which was really cool. How they met at a mutual friend's party. Jazzy Jeff was the biggest DJ at that time. So both of their artists did not come to show up for the rap battle. So Will just went over to Jeff and said, hey, man, I'm a new rapper, up and coming. I know you the dopest DJ in town. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you want, I can rap to your beats because your rap artist didn't come. My homeboy didn't come. So maybe we can just do that so we don't ruin our friend's party. You know? So they made magic happen the very first time. And that's when they started getting noticed immediately because their chemistry was unmatched, you know? So I thought that was cool. Babe, Professor said, what's up, OGKG? He always calling you OGKG. Professor.
That dude, that is the coolest.
Everybody
name.
Tells him that. I know.
Name, Professor.
He said that is the coolest Professor. That is a cool name.
That gotta be the coolest.
It's very unique. I know. Yes, he was in shock, Jeffrey's Angel. Yes. So, you know, so he froze and he just used comedy. You know what I mean? So then Will started getting into rap. He started realizing back then there was a rapper that he really admired. So he was like, I could do this. But the thing that was different for Will is he wasn't a gangster rapper. He liked happy, fun, make you dance. You know, what was that cookout song he did? And people still play at the cookouts now. You know what I mean? What is it? Summertime. No. He said, don't sing it. So, you know, he just was different. But he decided, I'm going to be me. And then he started doing rap battles. He was battling people all out in the streets of Philly until he met Jazz. And that's kind of where we was. We talked. They're on a cruise. Now I got cruise on my mind. They were on their very first tour. Jazzy Jeff and Will and the Fresh Prince. And they're out there with EPMD, Uncle Luke. They're out there with all these heavy hitter gangster rappers. So that last week's reading, I was talking about what was going on on their very first tour. It was crazy, wild, girls everywhere, insane. The guy that was managing them was ripping them off. They're starting to grow into who they are. They're starting to realize we need to cut the fat in this thing. You know what I mean? So I thought that was pretty cool. Summertime, right, Jeffrey's Angel, right? Get jiggy with it. No. Jeffrey's Angel said, get jiggy with it, back. What was the song? I remember that one too. Hey, Anita. Thank you. Anita. Yeah, let it play in the background. That sounds good. Every now, if anybody's here and they're working or driving or whatever, and you're playing it in the background, just drop me a heart every now and then and let me know you're there. Thank you all who shared me out, and thank you for those who have thumbed me up. So they were on the tour, you know what I mean, last week. And they were doing what they had to do on the tour and all that. And they learned a lot. I feel like they learned a lot on this tour, more than they've learned at all, because they were still new and coming. So everything they went through on the tour, which if you didn't hear my reading on that last week, go to the playlist and go ahead and listen to the reading. Okay. So now let's just bring it up to now. Okay. Anchor Bright. Let me see. Let me see where I'm at. Where Adoring Fans up to. Okay. So let me make sure I'm starting in the right place. So come on. Charlie was the hammer that came down on anybody who dared to talk. He was talking about his friend Charlie being his bodyguard, and he was telling Charlie would say, "Just punch the MFer in the face, like don't play no games." So Will knew that Charlie having his back was exactly what he needed. Okay, so He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper was released on March 29th of '88. Thank you, Shalisa. Anchored by Brand New Funk and Parents Just Don't Understand. The album would eventually reach number 4 on the Billboard 200, going triple platinum, selling more than 3 million copies. What was so groundbreaking about the record was that half was a DJ-centered tour de force, a scratch album in which Jeff absolutely massacred the Wheels of Steel, and the other half was the rapper side, where I was allowed to let the hyper-creative, poetic playfulness of my 19-year-old mind run wild. Then the unimaginable happened. It was announced that the 31st Annual Grammy Awards would be the first to include a rap category. And Parents Just Don't Understand was nominated alongside Salt and Pepper's Push It, Going Back to Cali by LL Cool J, Kumo D's Wild Wild West. Remember that? A Wild Wild West. And Supersonics by JJ Fad. This was the first time I ever saw Jeff cry. I was excited beyond anything I ever experienced, but I'm not an accomplished crier. I wasn't mature enough to act back then, but I always wanted to know exactly what part of it was so emotional for Jeff. Was he thinking about his cancer as a child? Was it his mother and musical family who had been reaching for this for so many years, and he was the one bringing this honor? Was he scared? Did he realize there was no going back, that his old life was going to be gone forever, and that the bar was now set so high? I had to take a shower, and I started singing Drop the Link. Drop the stank, okay? Thinking about your tune before you come on. You came on. Thank you so much, Professor. That is the theme song for Drop the Link with Team Bill with Gio singing it, honey. Thank you, Anita, for the heart. Charlie Mack, who had recently joined the Nation of Islam, said, "This is the will of God. Y'all aligned with the will of God. You won. I'm telling you, you won. None of them records going to beat your record. What God ordains, no man contains." Charlie Mack had been speaking in spiritual rhymes for a few months now. But in pure Charlie Mack form, on February 22nd of '89, Bobby McFerrin won Record of the Year for Don't Worry, Be Happy. Album of the Year was George Michael's Faith. Tracy Chapman won Best New Artist, and the winner for Best Rap Performance was DJ Jazzy Jess and Fresh Prince for Parents Just Don't Understand, making us the first rappers ever to receive a Grammy. Woo woo! We ultimately ended up boycotting the actual ceremony because NARAS, the Grammy Committee, refused to televise the presentation of the Rap Award. We felt like that was a slap in the face. Rap music had outsold the industry that year. We deserved to be there. Russell Simmons and Lawyer Cohen organized the boycott for Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, along with Salt and Pepper, Ice-T, Public Enemy, Dougie Fresh, and Slick Rick, Stereosonics, and many others. And even though we weren't at the Grammys, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince were everywhere else. Life changed forever. Well, almost. Jeff's mom planned a celebration dinner for Jeff and me after our first American Music Award. We showed up on the block as returning hometown heroes. People were coming out of their houses to cheer and applaud and shake our hands. It took us 20 minutes to get into Jeff's mom's house. When we finally, I didn't know that either, Jeffrey's Angel. I didn't know that. That's the things I like about the book. He doesn't want to talk about just Will the superstar. He's talking about his journey from a child. I think the first reading, he was 11, all the way up, you know? When we finally made it in, she threw her arms around us, gushing pride and joy. Then she handed Jeff $5 and a shopping list, honey. Jeffrey, I want you to go to the corner and get me some bread, some baking soda, and see if they got them yams that come in a can. But Mom, Jeff started. But nothing, boy. Go get that stuff I told you to get. So DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince had to walk the wire adoring fans up to Looney's. They didn't have the yams. And it ended that right there. Then it starts, Russell Simmons was orchestrating the global destruction of all barriers to hip-hop. And me and Jeff were one of his battering rams. We were the clean group, the respectable group for Russell. We were the perfect weapon against all naysayers. We were at the tip of the spear. We launched Yo MTV Raps, blasting hip-hop into daytime television. When the Four Seasons Hotel could not allow rap artists to stay during their tours. Russell convinced them to allow DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, opening the doors for future hip-hop artists to use the chain. Daytime radio was terrified to put rappers on live, so they always forced rappers to pre-record interviews to make sure we didn't say anything crazy. That is crazy. Hey, James, thank you for popping in. Me and Jeff were amongst the first wave to be allowed to speak live on the radio during the day. Our shows were getting bigger. The crowds were getting louder. One night in Detroit at the Joe Louis Arena, I got overexcited and forgot the words to Parents Just Don't Understand. This had never happened to me before. My heart dropped into my stomach. There are a few things more embarrassing than forgetting the words to the one song that 18,000 people spent their hard-earned money to come and hear. Yes, you're not too famous for that, Angel. I was thinking the same thing. But something miraculous happened. The entire crowd began to sing the lyrics back to me. Every person knew every word. I held the mic out to the crowd and they finished the song. Although he forgot the words, the crowd didn't forget, so that jogged his memory to be able to sing Parents Just Don't Understand. You believe he forgot the words during the concert, y'all? Will forgot the words to Parents Just Don't Understand on stage. The crowd knew every word, so they sang. I held the mic. Oh, okay. It took everything I had not to burst into tears. Right. It's so funny. I didn't know that either. You are not too famous to go to the store, right? Stereotypes, shameful, right? It took everything I had not to burst into tears. Thousands of people saying my words back to me. I felt loved, protected, and cradled by a crowd of strangers. We were red hot and unstoppable. At 20 years old, I was a world famous rapper, a Grammy Award winner, and a freshly minted millionaire. Pun intended. I would drop the mic, but I need it for the next chapter. For months, Gigi had been saving up to move to a 16th floor apartment overlooking the main line. It was a beautiful building set up for senior-friendly living. Her house on North 54th Street had become a burden for her. Too many stairs and generally inconvenient for her advanced years. With my first money, I surprised Gigi with the apartment she'd been saving up for. She had thought we were just going to look at it, but then the real estate agent handed her the keys. Lover boy, she said with a gasp, how did you do this? Well, Gigi, see, there's this thing called rap music, I said, putting my arms around her. Melanie and I moved into Gigi's old house on North 54th Street. My childhood home was now our new home. I had promised Melanie that I would take care of her, and here I was providing the first safe home of her short life. I'd won. All of my dreams were blossoming into vivid THX sound and technicolor. I had conquered life. It was a vibe. He was vibing off the crowd. Their fans were loyal and excited. Yes, Angel. Hi, Purple Tube. And think about it. To this day, don't we all know Will Smith's words? Like, I suck at words, but if the song was on, believe me, I got it. You know what I mean? So let's continue on. How are you, Purple Tube? Thank you for coming in and bringing that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're on to chapter 8, and it is titled Pain. It's about to get real, y'all. Thank you, Anita. He was light-skinned with light eyes. I hated dudes like that. I've always been intimidated by those Christopher William-looking jokers. Women have always shoulder surfed right past me to gawk over Albie Shore or El DeBarge. I had just come home from a 2-week run in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Portland, and a bunch of little ones in between. I used to run right off stage into the car straight to the airport to get back to Melanie as quickly as possible. I didn't want to leave any room for any inner hyena to grab the wheel and drunk drive through my life. I was meeting Melanie at her aunt's house. I had the car drop me off there directly from the airport. We were going to walk from her aunt's to our new home. For old time's sakes, we were going to pass Overbrook High and hit the Sugar Bowl convenience store for water and ice and a soft Philly pretzel, just as we'd done 1,000 times before. I always loved how much Melanie missed me, even weekend gigs. When I came home Monday morning, she acted like I'd been gone for months. She knew how to make a dude feel good when he was home. When I walked in after the Northwest trip, she and her aunt were in the kitchen cooking, just as they've been doing for so many times before. Being on the road can be excruciatingly lonely. It feels almost like it dehydrates your heart. Her aunt was in her usual dark blue hijab with her glasses way down on the tip of her nose so she could see into the pots. The smell of the food seemed to soften and quench my parched soul. Melanie was in one of her art smocks that doubled as an apron. I always thought that was weird. Paint is chemicals. That smock did not belong in the kitchen. I looked at Melanie. Everything was the same except something wasn't. Her energy was odd. Something was off. Because of my upbringing, it's almost as if I had a shot collar wrapped around my central nervous system. When I perceive that something is askew, that someone's external behavior is out of sync with what is going on in their heart and mind, my body experiences what I can best describe as a gradual rising electrical current. I feel a bzzz, and then it's like I'm shivering, but I'm not cold. The kitchen was hot, but I had the chills. We sat down, we ate dinner, we talked about the neighbors' dogs. Melanie's aunt had once been to Portland. She didn't like that section of the country. Too rainy. Melanie was laughing too much. Buzz, buzz. He's still buzzing. After dinner, we watched Trading Places. I know every word Eddie Murphy said in that movie. He was my idol. Melanie and I had seen it at least 10 times, but tonight she kept laughing too hard. Buzz, buzz. Her aunt went to bed. We were finally alone. Melanie snuggled into me. I had missed her a lot on this trip. We kissed, but her kisses felt less like affection and more like something she thought she better do if she was going to successfully hide the fact that she had F somebody. Woo! Buzz, buzz, buzz. To this day, I don't know how I knew or how I felt so confident to commit wholeheartedly the way I did to my instinct. Taking her arm from around my neck, pushing away, I stood up and yelled, "You think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid?" "What?" Melanie said. What? What are you talking about?" But not strongly enough. "I know what the F you did. I got an instinct. Stop looking at me like I'm stupid. You know what I'm talking about." I was all in. Every chip on the table, I was holding nothing, but she folded. "I'm sorry," she said, bursting into tears. "It only happened one time, but I don't love him. I'm so sorry. I love you. We were just friends, and then you were gone on the road. I didn't know what you were doing out there. I was missing you. I swear to God, I won't do it again." What? I was right, but no. Why? I had been knocked unconscious in the past. My first day at Overbrook High, when I was hit in the head with that lock. There is a blue flash, and then you're in a strange alternate universe where all of the things you once believed are now up for grabs. Gravity, cause and effect. Love, whether or not it rains in Southern California. Right, Jeffrey Angel. This is impossible. I've done everything right. I'm winning. I'm the best. I've made a home for us. I spent months arguing and fighting with ravenous, slathering pride of the ghetto hyenas to keep the girls off the buses and out of my hotel rooms. I haven't touched or kissed or barely even glanced at another woman. I come straight home from the airport. We've talked about babies in making a better home than either of us had grown up in. How could you possibly do this to me? How could you do this to us? On the outside, though, I was strangely calm because none of these thoughts were registering as actual feelings. I wanted to be angry. I mean, you're supposed to be pissed with somebody when somebody cheats on you, right? But I felt nothing. Akil said, "That's how they'll do you." Yes, baby. Some women cheat just as bad as men. It's just that men get the bad rap for it because they get caught. You know what I mean? Melanie was covering her face, crying on the couch. Dan Aykroyd was attacking Eddie Murphy. Eddie was pleading for his life. It was the Dukes. And I just stood there numb. When somebody cheats on you, you have to do something. But what? I didn't feel any emotions, but I was not going to be a coward, not this time. What do you do when somebody cheats on you? I knew I had to do the storm out thing. I knew that, but I also knew I had to do something violent to punctuate my departure. I scanned the room for possibilities. Next to the fireplace, I noticed one of those forged iron pointy things that you poke the logs with. But what will I do with it? I sure wish I had some emotion to give me a little direction. You're welcome, Mr. Fulton. Nevertheless, I picked it up. The front entry to Melanie's aunt's house was a beautiful wooden atrium holding 100 glass panels. I stood for a moment, looking at Melanie weeping, deeply uncommitted to my as yet undetermined, but absolutely mandatory hissy fit. I calmly carried the iron pointy thing toward the front door and began to break out the windows, one by one. I guess I smashed about 12, maybe 15. I felt I had sufficiently done my performative duty as a cock-olded 20-year-old. I slammed the pointy thing to the ground. It scared the hell out of me. It clanged a lot louder than I thought it would. Shit, what if Melanie's aunt heard that? I thought, I should probably go. Right, you better get up out of there, right? Melanie and I were supposed to be walking home together. But instead, I decided to walk to Woodcrest alone. Right, Shalisa? He tore up the front window, okay? My mom had finally had enough. She had kicked Daddy-O out while I was on tour, this time for good. Daddy-O had moved into an apartment above the ACRAC office. I knew my mom would be home alone. It was about a 22-minute walk. I could not believe I had just broken all those windows. I couldn't locate where it had come from within me. It seemed so strange to me to break things because I thought I should, not because I was at all emotionally impelled to do it. This discordance was hilarious to me. Out of nowhere, I began to chuckle, replaying the scene in my mind. I was thinking, Will, you are an absolute lunatic. And that made me laugh even more. This whole shit was hysterical to me. I guess he only knew how to react like this, like his dad, and be violent, right? But the thing is, he knew that wasn't even him. That's why he's laughing. Like, whatever even made me do it. I'm not that heartbroken. By the time I got to Woodcrest, my mom was sitting on the front step. Clearly, she had spoken to Melanie's aunt. She never sat on the front steps. Her eyes were brimming. She was hoping to God that I was okay, but she was bracing for the storm. She knew her boy. When I saw her eyes, I felt how completely in tune she was to my pain. It wasn't just mine anymore. It was ours. And like a blast of dynamite demolishing the dam, holding back the river of my agony, I collapsed on the sidewalk 10 feet from where the tour bus had borne me away from her. My mom runs down, throwing her arms around me as I wailed. My childhood home mutely staring down upon my anguish. I had believed that leaving Woodcrest would mean I had never had to feel this way again. How could she do this to me, Mommy? Why did God let this happen? My mom said nothing. She just held me. I was an adult now. My problems were beyond her fixing. I could feel her tears falling on the back of my neck. She picked me up and took me home. Heartbreak should be considered a disease. It induces a debilitating state akin to mental illness. The pain I was suffering was so intense, I would have preferred to have been stabbed or beaten or have a tooth pulled without Novocaine. No, my girlfriend had cheated on me, which was proof to my shattered mind that I was a piece of shit. I reasoned that she wouldn't have cheated if I had been good enough. I had failed another woman. I desperately needed relief, but as there's no pill for heartbreak, I resorted to the homeopathic remedies of shopping and rampant sexual intercourse. Shopping that next week, I flew 10 of my friends from Philly to Atlanta, and I closed down the Gucci store. Whatever y'all want, I got it. I said, slinging my Amex down on the counter. I had an Amex card now, and unlike my heart, it was unbreakable. Money was flowing like the Nile. We had just launched the DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince rap hotline. 1-900-909-JEFF was the first ever 900 number. I didn't even know that. Premium rate telephone numbers were a revolutionary new way to connect with fans, and basically the predecessor to modern social media. Fans called our number and we would leave daily messages a few minutes long about where we were and what we were doing. It cost $2 for the first minute and 45 cents for each additional minute. At the height of the popularity of the line, we were getting 5,000 calls a day. Money, money, money. Do the math. My Amex card wasn't just unbreakable, it was invincible. Rampant sexual intercourse. Up until this point in my life, I had only had sex with one woman other than Melanie. But over the next few months, I went full ghetto hyena. I had sex with so many women, and it was so consensually disagreeable to the core of my being that I developed a psychosomatic reaction to having an orgasm. It would literally make me gag and sometimes even vomit. In every case, though, I had hoped to God that this beautiful stranger would be the one. Right, Angel, me either. The woman who would love me, who would heal me, who would make this pain go away. But invariably, there I was, retching and wrecked. And the look in the eyes of the woman even further deepened my agony. I was doing the very thing I hated Daddy-O for, hurting women. I was miserable. So I purchased my first house, a mansion facing Miron Park in the rich neighborhood across city lines. I had seen it in my dreams, bleached white hardwood floors, two-story ceilings in the living room, and a jacuzzi in the master bedroom, not in the bathroom, in the bedroom. The first thing I bought for the place, before beds, couches, towels, or even silverware, was a pool. I eventually got a bed. It was the first time I've ever slept in a king size. Me and Harry had slept in the same bed most of our childhood. Me and Charlie Mack had roomed together on the road. I realized that first night on Marion Road that I had never really slept alone. I didn't like it. My heart was bleeding. I was dying in love with Melanie Parker. I wanted her back. My mind at the time still correlated performance with love. The entire basis for my self-esteem was foundationally dependent upon whether my woman was happy. My self-image was inexorably bound up in women's opinion and approval of me. I figured that since I was not receiving the love I so deeply craved, it had to be because of a deficiency in me as the lead character. If I had performed the role of boyfriend better, she wouldn't have cheated. As you can probably imagine, that bought me a first-class ticket on a bullet to train to agony, a train to agony. Melanie worked at the merry-go-round in the gallery, a mall in downtown Philly. I had it all planned, a grand romantic gesture of forgiveness. I was going to walk in, our eyes would meet, I would forgive her, and she would fall into my arms, gushing tears of gratitude and remorse. Then I would tell her that I wanted to marry her and that no wife of mine has to work in a shit-ass merry-go-round. We would give her boss the middle finger, hop into a brand new Benz, and I would take her to her new Marion Road mansion, the one with the jacuzzi in the bedroom, not the bathroom. Imagine this girl. She must be kicking herself now. Parking at the gallery was rough, so Charlie Mack drove us. That way, he could sit in the car and keep it parked right in the front of the store so I could Romeo flex into the merry-go-round, sweep her off of her feet, and carry her over the threshold to the awaiting Benz. Beep, beep, Charlie hit the horn. Yo, man, you know I don't have no license, so if the cops come, I'm just gonna dip, Charlie said. This joker was messing up my whole production. Why don't you just get your goddamn on license, I yelled. You know I got a gun charge. I can't get it. Just go get Melanie, man. Hurry up before 5-0 roll up. I ran into the store. It was a quieter day. The place was mostly empty. Melanie was behind the counter folding Jordache jeans. She didn't see me. I got to watch her for a few. I would have watched her longer, but Charlie didn't have a license. In those few moments, I knew I didn't want to be without her. Whatever was empty inside of me felt full when I saw her. All that ached and soothed, all that was thirsty was quenched. She looked up and our eyes met. There was a brief but undeniable moment of clarity. Melanie absolutely loved me and I loved her. Bzzz, there's that buzzing sound again when I feel something. Damn, shot collar. I don't know what it is, but I trust it. I let my attention tunnel deeper inside of her. I walk up to her. We hug. Still not right. I let go of her. We smile. I scan the store. He was light-skinned with light eyes. I hate dudes like that. Buzz, buzz. I look back at Melanie. She pretends to fold the clothes quicker. My lunch break is in 15. We can go get something to eat, she says. Buzz, buzz. I look back to him. He won't make eye contact with me now. I see you, MFer. I see you. I charge across the store. He tries to get away, guilty. but there's nowhere to hide in the merry-go-round. I'm all over him. Melanie is screaming. Somehow Charlie Mack appears and pulls me off of him. The store is a wreck. So are his pretty green eyes. Charlie is dragging me and I'm dragging Melanie. We scramble into the getaway car. And I told you I had a gun charge. What are you doing? Charlie said. That was Melanie's last day at the merry-go-round. She promised to never see that guy again. I took her home to her new mansion on the main line, the one with the jacuzzi in the bedroom, not the bathroom. We vowed to make it work. My secret unspoken oath was, if you come back, I'll promise I'll be good enough. Yes, Melanie fumbled the bag, honey. She got to be like kicking herself right now. The JBM stands for Junior Black Mafia. Their motto in Philly was get down or lay down. Meaning you were either with them or against them. You were either a part of them or you were dead. When you're a 20-year-old rapper from the inner city of Philly who just made his first $1 million, the only people who can afford to hang with you are the other rappers, professional athletes or drug dealers. I picked the drug dealers. She's a fumbler, right. I picked the drug dealers. Bucky was 5'1", and the one is a stretch. He was a former Golden Gloves champion, and he was one of the top lieutenants in the JBM, Junior Black Mafia. When he was in the room, he commanded the first and the last word. If you had a disagreement, he was more than happy to take off his $30,000 worth of jewelry and meet you in the street. But if you were disrespectful, the jewelry didn't matter because he never wore a ring on his trigger finger. Bucky loved to laugh. He reveled in my sense of humor. With today's eyes, I can see that he was coming to Marion Road to get a break, a little breather from the stress and brutality of the streets. I was his personal court gesture. He loved to hear me bust on people, insult comedy with his favorite. Coincidentally, it was my forte. I made the mistake, though, one night of cracking a joke about Bucky's height. Yo, Buck, you want a boost or maybe a step stool for the next shot? Nobody even snickered. Buck stayed calm, which was a terrible sign. The room fell silent. Hey, Buddha, thank you. Thank you for the raid. He walked over to me, his chin barely reaching my chest. He just stood there. I knew that meant I had to bend down so he could talk to me. I lowered myself like a silverback in the wild surrounding to the alpha. Buck whispered in my ear, just because you're a star don't mean I won't make you see some. Okay? The logic of his analogy wasn't entirely flawless, but the underlying point was well taken. I never joked about his height again. Thank you, Trending Raid. Welcome. Welcome in, y'all. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Marion Road was now party central. At any given time, there would be 20 or more people in the house, blasting music, shooting pool, thousands of dollars worth of Philly cheesesteaks littering the kitchen. I probably could have just brought Overbrook pizza for how much money I spent. There were boxing matches in the backyard and a basketball court in the living room. You can't joke with everyone. Exactly, Angel. And nonstop gambling on everything. Needless to say, this environment was not conducive to Melanie's artistic aspirations. Willard, can you turn the music down a little bit, she'd say. My bad, babe. Give me about an hour. I'm schooling these fools. I felt like my forgiveness had been such a gigantic gesture of love that she should be grateful to even be here. The truth was, I never actually forgave her. Okay? I have to go, sis, and everyone. I enjoyed listening. I will catch up later. Thank you, Anita. Have a great day. We are almost done. I'm going to do 5 more minutes of reading, and then we have met our hour. Boop, boop. The weekends were when it really turned up. It was not uncommon for $150,000 to change hands between Friday night and Sunday morning. My boy Bam was the best pool shooter. He was always taking our money on the table, but one Saturday night, I caught fire on the pool table. I could not miss. Full-length bank shots, combinations, 8-ball spot shots, perfect English, dropping the cue ball into sweet positions. Everything went exactly where I was calling it. Buck found himself on the unfortunate end of a $30,000 losing streak. He sent one of his boys to go get more cash, but Buck lived in Southwest. That was at least 45 minutes round trip. So he threw his car keys on the table. The room erupted. Ooh, shit. My heart jumped for a minute, but I ain't no bitch. I threw the keys to my brand new Seafoam green Benz 300 right next to his keys to his custom black convertible BMW. Rack them up, I said. We're gonna bet cars. Let's do it. I ran 4 balls off the break, high balls. The room was church silent. Bucky sized up his first shot, easy 2-ball in the corner, left himself great position on the table, the 7 in the side. A little too aggressive though, left himself out of position in the corner. He had to bank the 4 back under. But Buck ain't no bitch either. He ran the entire rack, and all I could do was watch helplessly, chalking my custom pool cue for a shot I may never get to take. Bucky lined up the 8-ball, bank shot, cross corner. The 8 was sailing in slow motion through the corner pocket. The gravity of the 8-ball was preparing to snatch my car keys with it into the abyss. A roar brewing as the ball approached. But no, the 8-ball clips the titty just enough to rattle it around and stand up in the jaws of the pocket. The room explodes. I've got new life, but I got to do some real shooting. I still got 3 balls to pocket before I get a shot at the 8-ball ducked in the corner. And if I miss one, Bucky's back on the table and he's not going to miss. My first ball is the dreaded straight shot, full length of the table. I don't play with it. I line it up, dead center of the pocket, 2 to go. Second shot would be in the side pocket, but my third shot's in the corner, meaning I got to put some English on the cue ball. Draws, meaning hitting it low to cause it to spin backwards. If not, it would roll straight into the corner pocket, scratching and ensuring Bucky's victory. My concept around shooting pool was never to ponder on the shots too long. Line it up and hit it. Line up the next one, hit it. No time to let my mind punish me with doubt or indecision. Charlie Mack always used to say, scared money can't make no money. That would become a motto for my life. But that night, it was an ice cold mindset that made me unbeatable. And just like the rest of the night, I couldn't miss. All Bucky could do was watch helplessly, chalking his peel cue for the shot he would never get to take. I ran the table, tapped in the 8-ball, and respectfully picked up both set of car keys. Bucky was furious, but he was way too gangster to let you see it. He stormed out of the house, slinging the door open, only to realize he might need to call a cab. I ran out behind him. Yo, Buck, I said. Not now, and give me a minute, he said, with all the gangster a dude preparing to hitchhike could muster. Buck, here. I held out his car keys. I'm not taking your damn car. What? He said, confused. All right, thanks, Professor. What? He said, confused. You're my boy. I'm not keeping your car. I said, you serious? He said, looking at me like I had 4 heads. Buck, I'm not going to invite you to my house and then take your car. I'm an asshole, but not that much. I shoved the keys into his hand. I didn't recognize it in the moment, but what I would see later, what I would see clearly later, that this was a gesture of humanity that was non-existent in the environment in which Bucky was forced to survive. He noticed it and he became visibly emotional. Why are you tripping, Buck? It's not that serious, I said. He gathered himself, shook the keys in his hand, and said, because I would have kept your car. I turned to go back into the house. Bucky chirped his car open and yelled to me, "Hey, if anybody ever F with you, they got a problem with me." And he meant that. At the time, I didn't correlate my cravings and my generally erratic behavior with the wounded state of my heart. When I bought a candy apple red IROC Z and dipped the rims in a matching candy apple, I wasn't perceiving that as a medicinal reflex, nor did I connect the purchase of my custom Suburban with four 18-inch woofers, taking up the entire back half to my feelings of inadequacy, loss, and betrayal. I just thought it was fun that when I was picking up someone, I couldn't have to call ahead. I would just put my volume on about 7 and they knew I was coming. He got pictures here. Daddy-O in 71 in his office. He probably not talking to anybody. He just knows he's fly. And then mom and dad pictured here right before they were about to make me. So he got 2 pictures of his parents. That's his dad. And that's his mom. Isn't that a cute picture, y'all? Look at that. Woo! I just thought it was fun that when I was picking up someone, I was spun out and I was acting out. I bought my first motorcycle, a blue Suzuki Cantana 600. I didn't even know how to ride, and I crashed it in the first week. But I was balling way too hard to drive a banged up bike, so I bought a new one, the red one. JL crashed that bike. The damage wasn't too bad, just some scuffs on the side panels, but then, not to be outdone by JL, Harry totaled it. I figured this was a sign. Maybe bikes weren't for me. So I brought a turquoise T-top Corvette. I lined all my cars and motorcycles up in front of the house and invited Daddy-O over so he could see how well I was doing. Daddy-O pulled up in his 2-tone blue Chevy work van. He always believed that vehicles should have a utility. I stood proudly out front as he got out of the van. We hugged. I just got the vet last week, I said. These are all yours? He asked, looking disdainfully at my fresh new fleet. Yep, I said proudly. My arms were respectfully by my side, but in my mind, my B-boy stance was on swole. Boy, why you need 3 cars? He said, you only got one ass. This wasn't exactly the response I've been hoping for, but his mathematical opinion fell on deaf ears. Because the 1988 Grammy for the best rap performance went to DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince for Parents Just Don't Understand. Well, I'm going to stop there. That was a good reading. I enjoyed it. In the next few pages are pictures of his parents. So when I start next week, I'm going to show y'all all his home pictures. That is so cute. They are so adorable. Will looked just like Willow when he was little. Oh my goodness. It got a lot of cool pictures. Yeah, we're gonna have fun with this, you guys. So thank y'all so much for being here. I think everybody's left because I don't see anybody saying anything unless I missed it. Okay. Oh, Kale says, shout out to all my fellow 5-footers. Yes. You're welcome. Be right back. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Well, let me show you. If we're going to do 5 more minutes, so Lisa, let me show you the pictures. So we'll use the 5 minutes looking at the pictures. How about that? So it says one small paragraph and then we'll do the pictures. Okay. Thank you, Angel. Melanie and I weren't having sex anymore. Something had been broken. We both wanted nothing more than for it to be fixed, but we were barely 20 years old. Our romantic dreams were far too fragile to survive the brutality of our immaturity. So I showed you the picture of him and his dad. This is the Woodcrest house in West Philly. This is where he grew up. I'm going to show y'all his house. Shalisa said encore, but I'll take it. My full name is Willard Carroll Smith II. I was born on September 25th in 68. I am naked under that blanket. I'm naked under that blanket. And then in the bottom picture, me and my Gigi in our house on North 54th Street. So that's what I just read right here. Look at the picture. Look at Will as a baby right here. Woo, woo. And that's him and his Gigi, which is his grandmother over here, right here. Okay. And then and see, that's his house right there where he grew up at right here. Y'all don't look at my old raggedy nail. Isn't that so cute? Daddy was always teaching. He wanted us to be able to build and create with our hands. So that's his father showing him stuff on the floor. Him and his mom with his twin siblings, Harry and Elliot. So that's Will's twin brother and sister right there, and their mother. Right there. That's him and his dad right here. Right up there in the second picture. Right here. That is so cool. Right. Okay, on the next page, in the Woodcrest house with Pam, Harry, and Elliot, early smile practice. This is the trucks at the bottom is what is now Will Smith Sr.'s Way in West Philly. That's his dad's business that he had. The picture on the corner is his mom, his dad, Pam, Harry, and Ellen at the Woodcrest in the 70s. And this bottom one is Will when he was a little fearful child. Look at that. That's the business his dad had right here. And that's Will when he was still a scary little kid. Y'all remember pictures looking like that back in the day. If you're old enough, you remember. Hey, Charlene. I'm just showing some pictures that Will got in his book. I finished the hour's worth of reading. Now I'm showing some pictures, and then we'll pick up next week. Let me see how many pictures there are. We might do some of the pictures next week. Okay. Now, in this next set of pictures, on the great road trip of my childhood in 76, the Grand Canyon was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Overbrick High School was nicknamed the Castle on the Hill. It spanned 2 square city blocks and loomed over the neighborhood like a fortress. And then in the bottom picture, it is JL in the blue shirt and Jeff in no shirt on the steps of Jeff's mom's house. That's DJ Jazzy Jeff and JL, his manager. That's them. This picture at the bottom was them at the Grand Canyon. And then that's his school that he went to right there. Look how big that school is. These are his literal pictures from his childhood. That is so cool that he added these to the book. Yes, they are good. Yes, yes. That's okay, Charlene. When you're cleaning or whatever, just let it play in the background. I'm your audio book reader. Welcome to Just Teresa's Book Club. Okay, now I'm going to show one more set of pictures and then we'll be out. This one is the crew who set out from West Philly on our first major tour in 86. Clockwise from top right, me. So you got Will, dancer Omar, beatboxer Reddy Rock, manager James Laddister, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and security in the form of Charlie Mack, who, if you haven't noticed, is holding me and Jeff up in his arms. He's holding them up. And then the bottom picture, in the early days of hip-hop, security was defined as your biggest and tallest friend who didn't smile. Charlie Mack was off duty in this photo. And then on the other page, What with JL in London in 87. This was about as tourist as we got. And then on the bottom, gold records for DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. From left, JL, Jeff, Russell Simmons, Liar Cohen. Russell absolutely loved DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Look at them right there. That's the crew right there. That's the gang. Look at Jazzy Jeff. And then over there, that's when he said they were tourists. That's his bodyguard right here. And this is them with their gold records on the bottom, on this side. Wait, over here. How cool is that? All his personal pictures. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Charlene. So when we come back, I will show some more pictures and then we'll get into the rest of the story, y'all. We are making progress. We are making progress. I hope you guys have enjoyed this hour's book club with your audio reader, Just Teresa. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I thought that was a good, I thought that was good stuff to know about. Thank y'all so much. I'm getting ready to do a premiere. It's not ready yet, so I haven't put it up. But I think I'm gonna do a premiere tonight. I got a really good Target haul I want to show y'all. I had no clue. Thank you, Shalisa. Thank you so much. Yes, so look out for my premiere, y'all. I'm going to try to put it up within an hour or so, you know. And I will see y'all in the next reading next week. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You just make sure you have the bell on so you'll know when I'm coming on. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody that shared me. Thank you to everybody who thumbs me up, because you can't share me. You just thumbs me up. I thank you. And thank you for the ones always being here rocking with me in the reading. Y'all are my rock stars. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shalisa. Thank you. So I will see y'all next time. Next reading. Look out for my premiere. If it's not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. All righty. But I want to try to get it up today. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the heart, Charlene. See you. See y'all next time. Bye. Bye, Shalisa. Thank you. See you later. All right, let me click out of everything here. Turn off the banner. Okay. All righty. I have to go back and replay all the other videos. Yes, Angel, just let it play when you're cooking or cleaning or whatever. You know what I mean? I call myself the audio book reader. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to sit there and watch. But you can just listen while you're washing the dishes or cooking dinner or something, and just let it run through. You know what I mean? You may have to, because I always wait in the beginning for people to come in. So you can just pop it forward a little bit, like 10, 15 minutes. So that way you're not just listening to the huckle buckle of nothing, really. Just me talking to my people. But yeah, get straight to the story reading and just let it roll. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I will see y'all in the next reading. Bye.